morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at the best Pokemon card products that are available either right now or in the not too distant future. Sounds like a plan? Excellent. So let's start off with what I think is fair to say is the best product for collectors, and it's not quite out yet, but when it is, the Charizard EX Super Premium Collection. Now this one might not be too much of a secret. I made a video about it the other day. I think it's a really exciting product, and I know a lot of people are going to be looking at this and going, well, yeah, obviously, Wassy. Obviously a lot of people are going to be after that, and you know what? Yeah, they probably are. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a cool product to actually go and collect. And that's kind of my point here. It is a cool product. It does have an exclusive Charizard. Let's be clear. It does have an exclusive Charizard in. It's just a reprint of the one from 151, but it's still an exclusive Charizard. It's got foil versions of Charmander and Charmeleon. It's got a figure that will actually hold a card, but it just looks great in a box. And for a lot of collectors, they want cool products that look cool on the shelves. This is a cool product that will look very nice on your shelves. This is one that comes highly recommended. If you're after a collection piece, this is something I think is awesome. As a side note, we're not going to get too much into it here, but the INO Premium Tournament Collection is still readily available, and I know that it's not as exciting right now because it is still readily available, but I'm telling you, it's got an exclusive full art INO. It's then got 3 other versions of INO with a new stamp and a bunch of INO accessories, and I'm just saying, there is going to come a point in the not too distant future where this becomes a real pain to get hold of, at which point I think a lot of people are probably going to wish they'd picked it up. Just putting that out there. So that's what we've got in terms of products for collectors. What about if you're a new player and you want to learn how to play? Well, once again now we have an easy answer because there's a fairly newish version of the Battle Academy. That's your answer. The Battle Academy is basically the Pokemon trading card game reimagined as a board game. It is a proper version of the game. It features proper tournament legal cards and everything else. But it comes out of the box with a board that you can play on. And you've got 3 decks that don't hit each other for weakness and resistance, which is important for learning how to play nicely and easily. And then you can expand it from there if you like, or you can literally just play it as a board game forever. Now, one of the things that is important to note for longer term fans, the Pikachu, Darkrai and Armor Rouge in this deck, the EXs, they are exclusive EXs that can't be found anywhere else. So if you're building up a Pokemon TCG collection, you will actually need this, or at least you'll need to go and pick up the EXs from it. It is fairly important. Now, once you've got that EX decks, I adore EX decks for people that are learning to play. Now, all of the EX decks have either an alternate art or a new EX or something along those lines. The most recent 2, for instance, feature Victini and Miraidon, and they are just alt arts of existing cards. There are others like Greninja, for instance, and Ampharos is one that I quite like, that actually do have exclusive EXs that cannot be found out anywhere else. It's cool. But the point is, these are products that work beautifully with the Battle Academy I just showed you, because they're just new decks to put in. You buy the Battle Academy, you've got 3 decks, each of which have an EX in, and then go and buy a bunch of other EX decks, and it's just like expanding your board game. And if you want, you can take this and actually get into the Pokemon trading card game proper and start building real competitive decks. But if you don't want to, that's fine as well. And that's what's cool. What if you do, though? What if you do want to become a super competitive Pokemon TCG player? League Battle Decks. It has literally never been easier to become a competitive Pokemon TCG player. One of the biggest reasons here are League Battle Decks. Now, right now, the best 2 are Gardevoir and Miraidon, in that order. There is also a Palkia where A decent amount of it is still legal. Most of it is still legal for tournament play, which is cool. But these are about the only 3 I'd go for. The others are all good, but the others are basically unplayable in tournaments because they've basically rotated out. And then what you can do is you can go to limitlesstcg.com, look up a newer version of this deck that's gone and won some tournaments, buy a few singles on eBay or whatever, and then, oh look, you've got like a proper, actual, full-on tournament-level deck. I love it. I think this is incredibly cool. I don't think it's ever been easy. Well, no. Okay, let me rephrase. It has never been easier to get into competitive Pokemon TCG, and these products, if you want to learn to play and be a competitive player, these are amazing. What if you already are a seasoned player, though? Or you want to buy for a seasoned player? What do you get them? Ask them. Because things like the League Battle decks and the EX decks are probably bad presents for seasoned players. Because if they wanted them, they'd already have them. Packs are good. A lot of the time, they'll probably want singles. So my advice is, if you're buying for a seasoned Pokemon TCG player, if you're buying for someone who really knows the game, I would ask them every time, what product is it you want? What cards are you after? Because honestly, it saves a lot of awkwardness. Not all products are created equal. So if you want to know what to get for seasoned players, they will probably know better than you do. But what if you're buying for kids? And this is the number one question I get asked pretty much ever. And right now, I'm telling you, it's a Paldea Adventure Chest. Now, this actually went up on sale on Best Buy moderately recently, and it was $28, down from $50. And I'm saying, I'm not guaranteeing every time, but I'm saying a lot of the time, you should be able to find this cheap. You should be able to find this on sale. Not guaranteeing it's going to be on sale 365 days a year, but I am saying it's one that you can generally find cheap. And if you do find it pretty cheap, you get 6 packs, but then you also get free Pokemon EXs, the shiny ones that kids love, including a Sprigatito that cannot be found anywhere else. You get yourself a Pikachu promo, which is adorable and cannot be found anywhere else. But one of the reasons it's so good for kids is you get stuff like a sticker sheet, a 1-card mini portfolio for carrying your favourite cards around, a squishy Pikachu toy. It is beautifully set up for kids. If you want a cheaper present for kids, mini tins. That's your answer. I would personally right now say Paldea and Fates mini tins. That would be my recommendation. But if you want a cheaper present for kids, mini tins, 2 packs, $10. Tin they can keep stuff in. Great for kids. But if you've got a little bit of a bigger budget, you should be able to find this selling off quite a lot. And it is a really, really great product for kids. You have been told. So let's finish off like we always do with a Wassy pick. And my Wassy pick for this episode, Crown Zenith. Just Crown Zenith. And the reason is twofold. Firstly, Crown Zenith is not going to be here forever. We are going to get to a point in the not too distant future where Crown Zenith is awkward to pick up and you're going to regret it. But also, it's another thing that right now is very often on sale. I showed you the Elite Trainer box, which was on Amazon last week or a few weeks ago for like $40. It is a great, great set. I'm a huge fan of Crown Zenith, and I think, and it's not just the Elite Trainer box, it's basically everything right now. There's just a lot of cool cards in there and a lot of products that are on sale. Obviously, it has the amazing Pikachu card, slightly ruined by a yellow border, admittedly, but the Japanese version of that is hundreds of dollars. I have it, yay. The English version, it's in the set. It's really, really cool. It's got weird things like this Art of Greedent, which is redonkulous. It's the only set where you can get Regigigas V Star, which is a card I always wanted to be better than it is. But then it's got so many redonkulous alternate arts. I mean, let's show you the Hyaganasuke Hisuian Electrode, for instance. Or if you want an EX, let's show you the Okacheke Hooper. Not the most popular ones, but they're my favourites probably. And then you got the gold cards like Giratina. It is a phenomenal set. It is widely on sale at the moment, and it's not going to last forever. So if you want a Wassy pick, and I always finish these videos with a Wassy pick, so here is my Wassy pick, Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is awesome. But I've told you all this now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of these categories. Tell me if there's any products you think I should be adding in. Tell me if you've got any better suggestions for any of these categories. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Mary Sanders Lazenby, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.